that is one podcast started. Judd, say
Yeah.
something.
Alinity. I don't want to take that any further. We'll get banned.
Oh dear. Right. Okay then. How about this? Go on, give me a Rona update, Judd, because apparently Boris and the entire country, for some reason, where we are at the minute, has gone, yeah, there isn't a virus. There just isn't one. We're just going to pretend there isn't one. That'll work.
I get it a little bit, not to the extent that the country's planning on doing it. I'm pretty sure yesterday, or it might have been the day before, I heard there was only something like 60 deaths. So that's an up, but the thing is, things are going to increase when people start going back, aren't they? So
yeah.
we can't be too lax about the situation, even though it's looking good, and we all want it to be good. You know, we can't just be fucking stupid about it, can we?
It's not looking very good at all, really. It's pretty much exactly the same it has been for like a week or two.
It's still a global pandemic. It's not good, but things are very slowly getting better.
Our special guest just burped. That's the only contribution that we've had so far.
Bitch.
What a bitch.
we run a family channel here. I only sometimes say racist things.
Family channel, you stupid silly bitch.
Sorry.
That's all jokes. It's all jokes. Look, see, it's jokes. Would you like to introduce yourself so that the podcast listeners know who you are?
Hello, I'm Jasmine.
Yeah, that works. That'll do. Don't you have your own channel, Jasmine, that you may want to advertise?
Yeah,
Twitch?
I've got a Twitch channel. It's called Cupsat.
It is not. We called it. She wanted to call her channel Cups of Tea, but spelt Cup Sa Tea. You know, like to make it sound be edgy and all that. You know how Twitch is. But now she thinks everyone's going to think it's called Cupsat.
I'd call it Cupsat. What's wrong with Cupsat? How is Cupsat any less than, say, like Tyler One?
Yeah, I know.
Or Asmongold.
It's very Twitch, isn't it? I don't see a problem with it.
I think I'm just going to own it, to be honest.
Yeah, go
I'll
for
be
it.
Cupsat.
Cupsat.
No, you should be fine. Call it Cups of Tea if that's what you want to be called. But if people get it wrong, just be like, "Oh, I don't fucking care." That's kind of our whole attitude to this thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I've actually started realizing that attitude has started very slowly bleeding its way into other parts of my life. The sort of right.
Slowly. You've always looked like that.
Yeah, but it's to a almost to a comforting point now, because it's like I'll do something. Like you're a lot worse for this, but like if you'll try something really hard at something, and then it'll fuck up somehow, and you'll be so pissed off.
I think we're very familiar with that. We've had a lot of that this week.
Yeah, but I was kind of like that. I wouldn't get it upset as you would, but I was kind of like that. But now when things go wrong, it's like, whatever. You know, it's fine. Sure. So it's kind of started doing that. But I've started. I've been planning to make a World of Warcraft guild, and for when my friend comes on. And that mentality sort of started bleeding into the preparation. Like it's like, well, you know, we can do raids and dungeons and stuff, but also if we all get banned for being really toxic and nobody likes us on the server, that's also okay, because it'll be really funny.
I suppose, and especially if you're making content out of it, then why don't you stream some World of Warcraft with them then, Judd?
I actually might. When I was thinking about this earlier, when my mate gets his PC sorted out and he gets on World of Warcraft, I think I might actually start streaming some sessions with him.
Okay.
So that might be a thing that happens. I'm currently, I guess what I'm doing now is sort of a test for it, because I'm leveling up a character right now on World of Warcraft. It's partly because I just want to enjoy the game, and also to get me ready for this. Because this
will be funny. What do you think? What's World of Warcraft?
I've been trying to like figure that out while I've been listening to you, and it's either like, isn't it? Is it the painting one?
The painting one.
The one where you get little
one.
figures and paint things.
Or what's your other option?
Oh, I know it's not Dungeons and Dragons. That's like the other one where you make up the whole world. So I think
Okay.
I'm gonna lock in my answer as the painting one, but it could be
Okay.
something online.
It has to be right though, because if it's wrong, Jake's gonna lose a finger. I'm going to take one of Jake's fingers. You were wrong.
But it's a game. It's a video game.
Is it just like an online game?
Yeah.
It's a
What's the painting
MMORPG game.
What's the painting one?
Painting one's
LGBTQ.
Warhammer.
Yeah.
LGBTQ. SPF 50. Oh, I've just dropped some big farts in here, so that's good. Yeah.
I've not noticed yet.
Well, that'd be good. If you want to do that while you've got that laptop, or how's the regular titillating story that we've been following on this podcast of Judd's tax return? I know everyone's really excited about finding out about Judd's tax return. It's been a reoccurring story we've talked about.
I was trying to sort it out yesterday, and I really, really was trying, Jake. I promise you. But the website's just so fucking annoying and confusing that it's like I genuinely think I'm just gonna like ring up, or I might even, I know a guy who he basically sorts out the timesheets for paying us. I literally might just go, can I hire you to be my accountant? Because I know he's done it before. I'm like, can you
say
just
something that dramatic to him? Say, will you would you mind sorting this out for me, and I'll pay you if you want.
Yeah, but also it sounds cooler if I can just sit there and go, yeah, I've got an accountant.
Hiring someone as an accountant is like a regular job, Judd. That's different. That'll cost you
No, it
loads of
sounds
money in the long
classy.
run.
That sounds classy. If I'm sat there in a beer garden, I'm sipping my drink, I go, yeah, I've got an accountant. What of it? I know a 401.
Why don't you hire an
401k is.
actual accountant rather than some bloke who does timesheets?
He is an actual accountant. He does that as well. He's the QS for our company.
This sounds like you're hiring some bloke who sits in his mum's basement and says, "Mom, I have got a job. I'm an accountant. I'm an accountant."
That is what accountants are, though. It just happens that this one doesn't live in his mum's basement and is married a woman who owns a lot of land. Yeah.
What? Married a woman? How did he do that?
Could have married a man. I don't know. I'm still trying to fucking figure it out, to be honest.
Oh well, have you got anything that you wanted to bring to the podcast today, Judd?
Not really. I've just been fucking playing World of
I'm
War.
not really that bothered.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
I've just been playing some fucking
Sorry,
World of
that's
War.
an inside joke with me, with me and Jasmine. We've been watching Love Island, Judd. What do you think about
I don't like that. I thought there was an accent on that. I thought you were doing like an American thing.
that? No, it was this Irish
I don't really
guy.
care.
There's this
that
Irish
wasn't-
guy on it who
well,
just doesn't care about anything.
I promise you that wasn't Irish. So.
It was a good Irish accent.
You don't fucking care. Is
That's a different Irish. It doesn't sound quite like that. It's
more
more
of a
subtle.
softer Irish bloke.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. I'll
That's
have you
what he
know.
sounds
I
like.
don't care.
Right.
I only like to suck a bit of cock. I mean pussy. I mean I don't care. I don't care. Is that how it
Right.
sounds? Is that him?
Yeah, that's perfect. Judd.
Yeah,
That's
and
perfect.
he can't pull anybody in, and girls keep approaching him, and he's literally just not bothered.
It's brilliant. He's so shit at pulling girls.
That's
That's the whole
awesome.
point of the show. The
Yeah.
whole point of the show, and he can't do it. And what's brilliant is he's failed about 4 times now. Then this new girl's been voted in and said she likes it. She likes him. So and he's like, right, I think I'm finally ready to try and pull her.
Yeah.
But turns out she fancies one of girls in there. So he still can't get anywhere.
This guy seems fucking sick. This guy's the
He's
only.
brilliant. He's the funniest one on the show. It's so good. He's
Just
so clueless and weird, isn't he?
I love the idea.
One time at night, he would just sat up, just watching everyone shag under covers. He would just sat there going, just looking at them all. It's like,
This guy's awesome. This guy is awesome.
Don't
I
forget
love
his
to
metaphors.
I love to imagine him sort of sat there just like drinking something. He's sat next to that pool, and a girl comes over and she's like, hi, can I sit next to you? And he just goes, no, go away.
No, you don't.
No, it's more
Don't
like
want it.
I don't care.
it's just like if you want, I'm
I
not
don't really
really
mind.
that bothered. I'll do just do whatever you want. It's all fine at the end of the day. I
It's
don't
all
really
right.
care.
You don't really care.
every time. And the thing is, sometimes the guys will like say, "Oh, what do you think of her?" or something, and he'll get asked his opinion sometimes on stuff or on an argument or whatever, and he'll go, "I just don't really know. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. We've all just got to be happy."
This guy's fucking awesome. I don't even watch the show, but he's just awesome. Oh,
so
she's proper
funny.
fucking fit, isn't she? She's all right.
She's alright. She's not my type too much, but I think go grafting with her. So I don't
Yeah,
mind.
everyone get on with it. What about you, lad? No, I don't care. Not
I
bothered.
don't really that bothered. I just chill out, you know.
Fucking drink.
I think the public must like it too because they voted for him to stay at one point. So.
I want him
That
to
was
win.
good.
I genuinely can.
It's
You
not gonna
do? Can you do a loveless run of Love Island? Is it possible? You don't. You
No,
don't
you have
fall
to
in
get in a
love
couple
with
at the end. You have to get in a
that
couple to
fucking
win. But
But that'd be awesome. Like if towards right at the end, just to meet the win criteria, just points at one and goes, "You."
I think I'll just win with it. Either of you, I don't really mind. If,
I don't
I'll
mind.
Just pick whoever,
Yeah,
whoever
as
wants to win. I'll just
as long as we
go
win
with
or lose, I don't care.
Yeah, well, shout out to Adam from Love Island anyway. Okay, Jude, I've got a list of topics and that I thought it'd be fun to talk about today, as I always do, because I know that you're going to come with fuck all to talk about.
Yeah,
so. The first thing is, Jasmine's been doing a lot of baking, haven't you? Would you
Oh
like
yeah.
to tell everyone about your big bake you did recently? What
See
I've
if I
just
can-
been,
see if
I've
I
actually
can
just
bring
been
this
eating
up.
it on the podcast. Gonna be honest.
The one where I made I made lots and lots of bakes all in one day, and we had too many, so we had to distribute them.
Yeah, but you've also baked a pizza thing, haven't you?
I've baked a 12-inch pizza
That's
made from just brownie.
Yeah, and it's nearly as big as my cork. It's great.
12-inch in a pussy.
I said that jerk
Oh,
or
right.
jerk. I said that jerk. Oh, I know what I'm thinking about. What? I said that joke earlier on stream as well. No one sue me, please. Wait, watch this. I thought I was gonna burp. I didn't though. Never mind.
I'm looking. All right,
There it
so I'm looking at these pizzas right now.
Brownie pizzas.
I didn't actually. I didn't have a look at these but I knew she'd done it because I was sort of just scrolling through Facebook at work, and like as I got to that post, I managed to read the what she'd wrote about making the pizzas, but the images aren't loaded in, and like at that point I had to fucking go off and do something. So I'm looking at them now. I genuinely thought they were like real, like, I mean they are, like pizzas, but like the traditional pizza. I didn't realize you'd done like this.
You thought it was just a normal
brownie
pizza.
shit.
No.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Does it look good, Judd? It looks really good, doesn't it?
It does look good. It looks like there's a place in Meadowhall that does stuff like this, isn't there? And it looks like something
Yeah.
you'd see on there.
Yes, look at you. You're
No,
enjoying all this praise, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm loving it.
And to be honest, I know it's like we're jerking Jasmine off just for a bit, but they are so nice. Like you'll know, Judd, don't you, that I don't like chocolate flavored stuff like chocolate cake and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's delicious. I love them. They're delicious. But she also made these blondies, which is like not chocolatey ones. It's more like white chocolate. And now they were the one. I love
Yeah, but
those
you
more.
liked them. No one else liked them that much.
No, you're properly
I didn't
exaggerating.
like them. I thought they were horrible.
Everything you baked, everyone loved. But it's just the least favourite one was the blondies.
but
Apart
anyway,
from for me.
I made too many, so we distributed them.
Yeah, we did some deliveries. We did some like
amongst
drop-offs. at
family
people.
and friends.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm looking at another post on Jasmine's Facebook, and I think it might have something to do with what's going to come. It's the one with her strumming a fucking pussy. No, it's it's the one that we usually have for our regular segment. Do you know?
Oh no, it's
I don't want to spoil
it's
anything.
not-
I hope
it's
we
not
do that one though.
We could do that if you want to. I've got something
I
else
do
up, but
kind of want to do that.
how to what was it? So
How to calm an angry woman.
let's do that and try. Oh my god! Oh, calm an angry person.
To calm an angry cat.
How to pee outside as a woman. How to get a woman pregnant. What?
Okay,
But
well.
I don't think that actually exists. I think it was just a spoof, Judge.
Oh, it's
I'm
just. Is
sorry
it just
to-
a meme? Is it just a big
Yeah,
meme?
sorry
Okay.
to
Alright.
sorry to ruin it for you. Yeah, but what happened was we were delivering these like packages of a bunch of spare bacon because she was trying to do some practice for this job she's applied for, and we went to my grandma and granddad's house, and they've got a conservatory which we sat in, and they sat in like the room behind the conservatory, so there was even like a glass door between us. It was like a proper like airlock quarantine thing like you'd see on a spaceship or some shit. But yeah, we dropped some of them things off, and my granddad was telling me this story of what happened to him, and that's what I brought for you, Judd. It's the story my granddad told me, which sounds like it's going to be very dull, but don't worry, it's brilliant. So my granddad, he's basically he's missing going down pub with his mates. Like that were his favourite thing that he loved to do. Just go down local pub with his mates. So this one evening, so he normally likes to do that, but he were just getting in Bath this one evening, and he's got one arm. My granddad's only got one arm.
I forget that. You know.
So he was trying to like his arm got trapped under like a mining machine in the mines, like when he used to work down the mines, and basically he full on ate shit and fell in the bath. He full on just fell in the bath because he'd got smashed and decided he wanted to have a bath. And he can't get in properly because he's got one arm. But he didn't care because he was drunk.
Yeah.
And he just slipped and fell in his fucking bath. Which I thought was hilarious. But my grandma was like doing something in the living room. So, and because he's got one arm and he'd fallen over drunk and couldn't do anything, he couldn't get out. So he was trapped in the bath. He was fully bollock naked, just trapped him. Like a beach whale.
like an upside down turtle.
Yeah, pretty much. But my grandma was doing something, and she said like 20 minutes, half an hour later, she went into the other room, and she just heard him like half asleep because he was drunk. He was like tired, he was half asleep, and he was going, help, help. It's like, she went up to see him in Bath. It took her about 20 minutes to get him back out again. Oh, I don't know. I just thought that was hilarious when they were telling me that my granddad he'd got drunk and fell in bath like a fucking spaz. That's something we would do. That's like that time you got so drunk you were like passed out on toilet essentially at my house. Do you remember when you had your pagan min hair?
Yeah.
What them Polaroids are of on my wall. I've got two Polaroids of it on my wall.
Pictures so much.
That are 5 seconds apart from each other, and one's Judd on toilet, like pretty much fully asleep, like really, really drunk. There's one 5 seconds later of him like flopping over Bath that's right in front of him, throwing up.
Because it's at that point where I don't know if you've ever been like this, but it's just like it's coming out at both ends. And you just need to be prepared. So
Delicious.
I'd obviously been like just spraying shit. So I like that finished, and immediately I had to vomit. So I couldn't turn around, and I couldn't turn around to the toilet and do it, because if I would have done that, then I literally would have had like sorry, I hit the mic. A whirlwind of shit, of shit and vomit, basically. like you know, one of those like tops that you like, no, like a Beyblade. I would have been like a Beyblade with vomit and shit. So I had to lunge forward instead at the bathtub. Just throw up in there. Meanwhile, fucking Jake is taking some snaps of the whole situation. You know, on Dead Rising when you go around.
Not only just like on my phone, just like
On a
normal pictures,
Polaroid
on a
camera.
posh Polaroid.
on a really nice Polaroid camera. If you've ever played Dead Rising and you go around on that and you take like fucking pictures of zombies that are doing shit, and every time you do it, the character Frank Wesley goes like, "Nice shot, good picture." Just imagine doing that as I fucking throw up in a bathtub.
Oh god, that's funny. Yeah, I just thought as soon as I heard that story, I thought that's a podcast tale if I've ever heard one. That is. Oh dear. Right, something else, Judd. Have you seen any movies recently? Have you been watching many movies in lockdown?
Oh God, I feel like
Oh, sorry, is that a difficult question?
That
Does
is
that
a
upset you, that one?
it has,
Why have
yeah.
you put that in there?
No, I've
Why
been
did you
watching
just put that in
shows.
there? Oh, sorry, I'm just having a domestic here.
Why don't you
You're
just
just
stop being a
making more washing up for no
woman?
reason.
Why don't you stop being a woman?
Yeah, stop being a woman.
Fucking hell.
Well, why don't you put that one in there then? What are you doing?
I'm just getting a drink. Leave me in
You're
peace.
shutting these wires in the fridge now. Oh, bloody
can't
hell.
see her
Now
right
she's
now.
getting drunk. Now
she
she's
wearing
getting
a-
drunk all on her own.
Is
Now
she
she's
wearing
just-
a dress? Has she got her hair in a nice perm? And did she have food when you came home from work?
Nah, I don't pay for my bitch to get all dolled up like that. I'm kidding. It's all jokes.
No, you've
It's
got
all
the
jokes.
budget model.
I've got the budget model. Oh, I thought you were calling me a model. I thought you were saying you've got the budget model. I was like, what sort of insult is that?
You've got the stuff, Jay.
What?
But like you're saying it aggressively. You know what? You've got the stuff. You have the right stuff.
Oh, have you got that list on your phone? Earlier we were coming up with like really mild insults that would be just really funny, that are like not really very insulting at all, but that's funny like how mild the insults are. Are you ready? You read them now. Do them like a dramatic reading.
I can't.
You can.
They're going to be one of those things where last night, when we were a bit sleep delirious, they were really funny, and now I'm going to read them back and they're just going to not be funny.
So pretty much like everything me and Judd ever do on this channel.
Yeah.
I'm going to say them to you.
Okay, right. She's going to insult me.
You have an uninteresting nose. I told you that.
You know. Now insult Judd with the next one. Throw it at Judd. You're going to feel this burn, Judd. Are you ready?
Okay.
You have the personality of a bootcut jean.
Oh no, Rip Judd, he's out, he's gone, he's gone, he's left. It's just burned him too hard. he's telling his nan that he don't want to play with us anymore because they keep insulting. Oh right, hit me with the next one.
Your bedroom walls are one shade too light.
Tell Judd that one. Let me hear that. Wait while he puts his earphones back in. Right, Judd, listen here. We've got another one for you.
Your bedroom walls are one shade too light.
Oh no.
That's gonna do my fucking nutting now.
Oh, we got. Wait,
You have 3 more head hairs than are preferable.
I don't have any. I shaved my head.
You're a big ball.
You can do the rest.
Right, here's one.
By the way, he keeps calling me a garbage girl.
Yeah, that's a nickname for it. It's one of those cute nicknames.
Yeah.
Right, how about this one, Judd? I bet you enjoy reading leaflets.
Oh, that hurts a lot actually because I used to post them. So
yeah, they're good. Right. So sorry, I just interrupted you and came up with a bunch of other crap. Have you been watching any movies at all?
no, I've to be honest, I've just been watching shows. If I watch anything, honestly, I've been at work. I'm playing World of Warcraft. That's it. That's all I've
Your
done.
entire life.
I have a couple World of Warcraft stories that are not that interesting, but that's pretty much it.
Well, save them for World of Warcraft streams, I suppose.
Okay. I've been watching Snowpiercer, which is a Netflix adaptation of a movie, which the concept itself was always a bit fucking stupid. It was just.
Right.
Have you ever heard of it? Have you ever heard of Snowpiercer?
Yeah, it rings a bell. Is that the one with Chris Evans in?
Yeah, in the movie it's Chris Evans, and the premise is that the world's ending again, like in all movies. And this time, this fucking brilliant idea this time around is that they're gonna get a load of people and stick them on a really big train, and that train is gonna keep going round the world and keep everybody on it alive.
Oh.
Now there's a front of the train, and sort of towards the closer you get to the head of the train is sort of like the more ritzier parts of the train, like there's middle class and
That's
first
where all the
class,
Tories
and then
are.
and like up at the top, and then down in the tail class, Labour.
In the tail class. Actually, I think that's probably more like like UKIP or like Brexit Party.
Yeah. But so when you get to there, it's like just ghettos and it's shit. It's obviously trying to be like this is like just like real life where you've got the people at the top and the people at the bottom, but all the while I'm just thinking, how the fuck does this work? Just like so if you have one part of the train which is like a titty bar, and another part of the train which is a school. Do the kids have to walk through the titty bar to get to school? Because it's a fucking train. Where else are you going to go? You've got to go forwards or backwards. Like in the movie, at least, because it seems in this that there's sort of like an upper and a lower deck, and there's it's like it's thick. It's a thicker train. So there's more space to move about, so you can kind of get away with like having like a big fucking orgy place, like a few carriages away from a school, because they can they can make their way around it. But in the movie one, it's like, right, you go that way or that way. So if you want to get to church, sorry, you have to go through Ralph's Casino and Titty Bar. So
I would love to bless this titty bar in the name of Jesus Christ.
So the power of Christ compels you, mate.
The power of Christ compels you to donate to my stream. No, I meant to my whatever. Just shut up. Just shut up, me. Shut up.
Yeah, shut up, Jay.
You two talk.
It's just it just seemed like a fucking weird concept, but it's holding my attention. So it can't be fucking all bad. There's some they're obviously trying to push like an agenda, like, oh, we should be treating each other like like more equally. We should be all
about. Sorry, Jen. You're trying to tell us a concept for this thing. Trying to tell us how it's like it's supposed to be teachers equally, and I've just let go a stinky fart, and Jasmine's going.
I'm still listening, but I'm just trying to save my
To be fair, that is the reaction for the agenda they're trying to push is ew, a stinky fart. Like, so it's kind of cool. It's just stop being so fucking preachy. And
well, speaking of pretentious and preachy,
why would you stick us on a fucking train? Why are you train?
That's the main problem.
Okay, if you've got the resources to make a train track that goes, because it does, they go out of the way to say this train goes around the world. It's not just like a fucking. They've not just made a big circle and they're going round and round. They've gone out of the way to fucking do this. If you have the resources to make a track like that. Build bridges over fucking places, because you'll have to
constantly power it as well.
Constantly power it. You've had to make this entire fucking economical system, and like you made a caste system in a fucking train. Why wouldn't you just, I don't know, try and stop the world from ending, or put everybody in a fucking spaceship and ship them off to Mars? What? What? Oh no, we're gonna stay on this planet that's slowly dying. Brilliant. That'll make a good Netflix show.
Nice one. That's the whole reason they did it, for a Netflix show. It doesn't have to make sense. Speaking of doesn't have to make sense, we watched. Have you ever heard of a movie called Annihilation, Judd?
I think I might have heard of it.
It's called Annihilation, Judd. It's got your name in it. It's quite cool. That's why.
Annihilation, Judd. It's just different shots of me like getting shot.
No, it's the story of how life ruined your childish adventure feeling, and now you only do work and play World of Warcraft and don't really enjoy either.
Wow.
That's not wrong, is it? I'm letting out some bad farts here. I'm very sorry.
I didn't like that. That actually upset me quite a bit.
Moving on. This movie, Annihilation, it's got Natalie Portman in. And it's got that guy who's in Star Wars, the Poe Dameron guy, one of the only characters that actually tried to do anything like any good in that entire series of films. It's got them in it, and it's like basically the premise of it is it's like set in like modern day, isn't it? It's just like normal modern day. And the Natalie Portman and Poe Dameron, I'm just going to call them both that.
Yeah.
They're married, they're together. Poe Dameron's a soldier man, and she's a scientist soldier lady.
Okay.
And he's KIA, he's supposed to be dead, killed in action. But then he turns up at her house, and he's acting really weird. And then he, like, as this weird, like, health thing happens, they call an ambulance. Then then a SWAT team stops the ambulance and kidnaps them. And then she's in this, like, lab place. Not freaking out for some reason. Don't know why. But, like, because when she wakes up in this lab place they've kidnapped her from, I'd be like, oh my god, what the fuck? Who are you? Like, there's like this woman, like, where am I? What the fuck is happening? Tell me what's going on. Like, where's my husband? He was dying. But she wakes up and is like, oh, where's my husband? Where is he?
Yeah, I hate shit like that. Do you
It's
think have they put her on anesthetics though? Is that why she's being a bit
No.
or?
It's that it's not. I guess you could force yourself to be like, oh, I'm just gonna assume they've put her on anesthetics. There's nothing that makes us think that. Cause thing is, she wakes up and she like looks around her room a little bit, and does she throw up in the toilet or something first?
Yeah.
And then a woman comes in, and then she starts talking to her. So it's like, as soon as that woman comes in, I'd be like, oh my god, what's going on? Like, immediately.
Yeah.
So there's that. But like,
she throws up in the woman.
and then rather than these people have kidnapped her, and then they're just showing around, just being friendly to her, just like she's like, where am I? Like, well, let me show you. It's like, what?
Come on, look at our lab.
It's like you see someone step into frame. You can't see who it is, but someone steps into frame, and she looks up at them and goes, "Where am I?" And the camera pans up, and it's Willy Wonka, and he claps his cane down and goes, "Well, let me show you."
I bet they'd do that if they did a Family Guy parody of it. Back when Family Guy was good, anyway.
That would be a Family Guy joke. That.
But yeah, she just starts showing around. It's like, what? These people just kidnapped you, and your husband was dying, and like, why are you so cool with this? It's a weird fucking unknown facility where they're doing illegal shit. And so she basically, she shows her this thing that, does she call it the Rift? Or something?
The Shimmer.
Shimmer, yeah.
Ugh.
And it explains a shimmer thing. And it's like essentially an area on the world. And it started off kind of small around this one lighthouse. And it's been getting slowly bigger, and they're trying to investigate it. And they wanted her as well as the husband, because turns out her husband went in to this shimmer, and he's the only thing to ever come back out of it. Everything else like vanishes, and they don't know where it's gone. So far, it sounds kind of interesting, but it's also very slow how they got to this, and they're kind of presenting it in a weird way where everyone's kind of like, I don't know. Yeah. So they're kind of just being kind of stupid and weird, and so. Then this woman, they wanted her as well, the woman that they kidnapped, Natalie Portman, because she's a scientist soldier, and maybe she can help or something. Then just by pure chance, she meets these people who are going in to the Shimmer. For some reason. Don't know why. Don't know why they're sending more people in there. But yeah, Natalie Portman's like, yeah, I want to be on the team. Send me in. And so there's this group of people going in. It's the woman who showed around, for some reason. Natalie Portman, stereotypical lesbian woman, stereotypical nerd woman, and blonde woman.
No, there's a black woman as well.
Yeah, the lesbian and the nerd are the black ones.
Oh.
Yeah, so, because for racial diversity, of course. So they go into this Shimmer thing. And immediately they're complete idiots. Like, they're like, you know, like... If, for example, on pirate ships, if they ever went diving something, they'd just tie a rope round them, and if they had a problem, they'd tug on the rope, wouldn't they? And like they'd just try and bring them up.
Yeah.
Simple invention that's been around for thousands of years. Didn't even do that.
They just walked in like they were going to the supermarket.
Didn't even think about it. Just sauntered in. Just like, come on,
right.
It's stuff like that takes you right out of it. It's like, why didn't they just peek their head in? Not the entire body, just stick your head in and have a look, For it's like, why don't you get a camera on a selfie stick? Just shove a selfie stick camera in, have a look. and then do some tests on that you've just seen, rather than just wandering all the way in. You know, they're fucking idiots. And then they also established this concept right at the start of the Shimmer sort of skipping time.
Yeah,
don't they? Where it like you lose your memory because the guy who's come back has sort of forgotten everything that's happened in there.
And he couldn't say how long he was there for.
Yeah, and even at the start, there's like sort of a. Oh, by the way, it's jumping all over the place timeline-wise. It keeps jumping between all the stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
And right at the start, there's this sort of bit where you know she's come back out. Natalie Portman's survived the Shimmer. And she doesn't remember how long she's been in there and that. So they kind of establish this concept, and they do it just after they've gone through this Shimmer, and where they're like, they wake up from this camping trip, and they're all like, what, when, how far, how did we do this? And sort of like...
And when did we get here, and how long have we been
essentially,
here?
Right?
Yeah.
And then, so they carry on, just wandering around, just, they're trying to generally follow a compass, I think. I don't know. And they, I don't know, they just keep being stupid about stuff. And basically, they come across this building where some of the soldiers they've already sent in... Between that and the building, there's some, like, monsters and things they have to fight. Yeah, they see a big crocodile, basically, that's got... It's supposed to have weird shark teeth or something.
Weird.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know, Natalie Portman holds the gun wrong. That bothered me a little bit. She holds it, you know, like, guns have a lot of kick, don't they? We've done clay pigeon shooting.
Well, yeah.
You can't just hold one, like, on your collarbone, like, and lean your chin on it, can you?
Oh, does she put it there?
Yeah, she puts it there and leans her chin on it
hell.
and looks down. It's an assault rifle, it's not a shotgun. But if she were doing that, it would bash her face in and break her neck. It's like... Just stuff like that you could easily get right. And anyway, they find this crocodile, but they come across this building that other soldiers have been in, and these soldiers have left them a tape.
Yeah.
Like not a tape, an SD card, you know, a camera card. But already, why are they not? They've come across a massive fucking crocodile. They've no idea what's going on in here. Everyone who's gone in, every helicopter, every boat, everything that's gone into this thing has never come back. And they don't care. They're not scared at all. They're just wandering around like they're having a Sunday stroll.
And don't forget, so there's a man that's been sort of like mutilated and stuck against the wall, and one of the ladies just turns to the rest of them and goes, well, we'll just have to stay here tonight.
Yeah, that's what they see on the footage. The footage on the SD card, that's what they see. Yeah. I know. It's like, what the hell? No! Don't stay in the mutilation zone! Oh my god! They're so thick! It's like, and the thing is, these people, only one of them is meant to be like a soldiery woman, but she's a soldier scientist person. The rest of them are all meant to be scientists, right? And they're the most stupid people I've ever seen in my life. The thing that's on this tape is, it's the woman's husband, Poe Dameron, I think he's called Oscar Isaac. He's got his mate, who he went in with, another soldier guy, against the wall, and they're cutting open his stomach, and they're all like only in like pants, aren't they? He's cutting open like a square on his stomach, and then they peel back the skin, and it's got like, it looks like his intestines are all like moving, but it's kind of like smooth tentacles kind of moving inside of him, and that's what the footage is. And then they find this like weird corpse plant thing pinned to the wall, and they want to stay there. And you know what? Not only do they want to, they do stay there.
And there's a lady who's got like all equipment and camera equipment and microphones, and she's supposed to be capturing everything, and she doesn't video anything.
She just doesn't do anything. They're just wandering around. And so and basically like at night, this bear thing comes and takes one of them, don't they? Because they're stood in the middle of a field for some reason. They spot the bear, they see it first, right? Because like an alarm gets tripped or something, I don't know. They see it first, and to come and help and spy on this bear, this woman just runs into the middle of a field and goes,
just stands there.
Where is it? I wonder where it is in this pitch black. And then so she gets eaten and taken. Then in the morning they move on, and there's just this bit where they find her and she's dead. And like Natalie Portman does, and then they're like, all right, I guess move on. So they move on, and basically they kind of eventually figure out, even though they're scientists and should have been examining everything from the start rather than just wandering around, that basically the scientific thing that the big cool concept they're trying to say is this shimmer diffracts everything. So not just light and sound and stuff. It diffracts everything, including like signals and
DNA.
most importantly DNA. So it kind of muddles up DNA and stuff of anything that's in it. That's why all the plants are a bit weird. The animals are kind of fucked.
And there's plant people.
Yeah, they discover these, not plant people like they're moving around, it's just plants that have grown in the shape of people and stuff like that.
Very strange.
So that's why that guy had sort of moving intestines, because anyone who goes in there, the DNA
Yeah.
gets all weirded. So they're like, oh shit, it's
I
happening to
thought
us
they-
right now,
they could have
basically.
had some really
You go
cool,
sleep.
like,
Oh.
they could have had some like really cool imagery of like weird, like gore trees, like you know, like
yeah,
odd,
they didn't
like-
do that.
yeah,
They just tried to
no.
make it look pretty and artsy.
Oh, never mind that.
Yeah. Oh, never mind that actually cool stuff they could have done.
Yeah.
They're just gonna fuck it all up instead.
Yeah.
I have to say it was probably slightly better than I'm making out this movie, but only because it was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's the. It's one of them where you just enjoy how stupid and strange it is. So
Yeah.
one of the people, the stereotypical lesbian lady, goes a bit mental and thinks that she needs to kill them for some reason. But then that bear comes back, and she has to go and investigate it, and gets attacked by it. And
the bear can like mimic voices of
Yeah.
other people.
so because DNA has been refracted weird, it's got like a weird horse skull face that someone just thought looked cool. I don't know how that makes sense. And it can like record things and like play them back, and that's why the lesbian lady went out to see what was happening, because they thought that the dead woman from before was still alive. So she was like, oh, you lied to me, she's still alive, and she went out to try and find her. Turns out it was Mimic Bear.
What? Hold on.
Yeah.
So,
I
because-
bet you've got some questions, huh?
So there's a horse skull.
Yeah, the bear's got an exposed horse skull.
The bear's head is a horse skull.
Or like a
essentially.
cow skull type of thing, but
And
not
it-
with horns.
Records things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can like naturally record things and play them back. So they kind of heard the woman that got killed by it, first off, they heard her screaming like, help type of thing. And because the bear had killed her, that's what it had like last recorded. So it made this lesbian one go like, oh, she's still alive, you were lying to me. And then it was a bear and it killed her. And yeah, I don't know. It bashed. Basically, this bear bashed the lesbian woman's jaw off, and killed her. And then another woman like shot it to death. So that happened. And then it just decided at that point they're all just gonna. That's the point where they're gonna all go mutate and refract. Apart from Natalie Portman, because she's the main character.
Yeah, for some reason she's fine through all
Yeah,
of this.
I don't know why.
Nothing
but
affects her.
The obvious nerdy one just turns into a plant. She just starts sprouting shit, walks off, and then she is one of the plant people.
Yeah.
It's just...
And then
Yeah, I'm having a look at some of this shit on the internet. I'm kind of seeing what you're talking about. There is a bear that has a horse. It's more like a deer skull in it.
Yeah, kind of like a cow skullish type thing. But then the woman who showed her around, it's only her and Natalie Portman left.
she just disappears.
Yeah, she's just not there for a bit. Natalie Portman's
She
on her own now.
disappears for like solid 20 minutes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Natalie Portman's like, right, I'm going to keep going because I want to get out of here, basically, I think is her goal.
They're trying
I
to
think.
get to the sea, aren't they?
Well, the woman the woman who showed around wanted to get to the lighthouse to see the source of it. The rest of them, when they got in there, were like, no, we need to get out of here. And they determined the best route to do was get to the sea and follow the coast. Not just turn back the way he came, which would have obviously been better, or, just anything else. But, yeah, so they were doing that. So Natalie Portman's like, right, I'll do that. I'll continue this plan. I'm going to the coast, and then I'll follow the coast to get home. But when she gets to the coast, she sees the lighthouse, so she just, like, goes in, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Also, there's some trees on the beach made out of glass, for some reason. Only there. I don't know what that is. But she goes into the lighthouse, and this is where there's a big twist, right? There's a body, like a burnt up skeleton body, like sat there that's obviously been burnt, like there's like burn against the wall and stuff like that. And there's a camera like faced at it. So she presses play on the camera, and it's her husband, and he's talking to someone behind the camera. And he's sort of saying, oh, I don't know if I'm real or not. I don't know if I'm the real me, or something like that. and he lights
Okay.
this grenade that burns him, and then he also walks from behind the camera. So there's like a copy of him that's got like different haircut. The same haircut as the guy who came back at the beginning. So that's like the big reveal, like, oh, that's not actually a husband, it's someone else type of thing. Which is kind of cool. That bit's kind of cool. And then she goes into this weird like vine hole in the wall in the lighthouse. I don't know why there's a vine hole, but there is one. And like, there's no explanation for any of this. It's just like, and then she goes into the hole made of vines. It's like, where did that come from?
I just watched a little bit of this movie, and there's a bit in it where they go to like this. It's like a swimming place or something. There's a pool.
Yeah, that's the bit with the gore thing that they decide to stay in. They stay the night there.
It's like stuck to a wall, and it's like all fungally, and like there's bits of him on show and stuff. And he's like sort of been scalped, like the top, like from the top of his jaw is missing. And something else that you forgot to mention there's this obviously like fungal thing, like it's very biological and infectious what's going on here. So they go up to it and start breathing really close to it,
just,
and
like,
putting their
touch it
hands
and
on it.
oh
They
my
touch
God.
it. She touches it, and then she licks it. She don't lick it, but surely to fucking God, you'd see that from a distance and go, mask on, or
they
know,
don't even
better,
have anything like that. They've sent people in here. They've not prepared. Why didn't they wear respirators when they were going in?
You know on Stranger Things when they go into the upside down.
Yeah.
The scientists, they're wearing big fucking hazmat suits. Like the second they even go near it, they've got a hazmat suit on.
Yeah, and this place is very much upside down-esque, like in that. But anyway, so she goes into this vine hole, and that woman who were initially showing around sat in the middle of it, of course.
She reappears in this vine hole.
Yeah.
And she's got blackface, hasn't she? But not like blackface like brown, but like black, like proper black face.
Yeah. I'm sure she didn't have a face.
No, she had like, it was all like black, and like you could only just make out her nose and her eyes. That's what it looked like. Yeah, definitely.
I thought her face was just smudged out.
No. Well, whatever. One of those things.
Two.
I'm pretty sure it was all that. But the thing is, only when she wasn't looking at Natalie Portman, and then she looked at Natalie Portman and she was fine, and her face didn't go like that again. It just
stayed fine.
Yeah, and then like this weird like trippy sort of like Windows 95 screensaver happened to her, didn't it? It was like this sort of trippy orb thing just happened, and she was like going like in front of it, and Natalie Portman just shot her, and like, what the fuck? And then
the moral of this story is to shoot people with disabilities. Then is what I'm hearing. That's the moral of the story.
I'm not even close to done. This is the thing. She's in this weird vine room, right? That's all the vines are like weird and black looking, and I don't know. And so she walks up to this weird sort of trippy orb thing, and like it sort of like sucks in a bit of blood because from one of the cuts on her face, and into it, and it kind of starts morphing into like a humanish shape. But not it don't look like her body. It just looks kind of like a human body. But it's like it's like, I don't know, it kind of looks like it might be made of metal-ish.
Yeah,
but not
metal.
really. I don't know, it looks got a weird texture thing. And instead of shooting that thing, she just drops a gun and crawls out of this hole. I don't get it. And she walks out, and then and then it's like it goes into this room where she is and like drags her onto the floor. Like, because she tries to get out of the door of this lighthouse, and it drags her onto the floor, she knocks her head on floor or a rock or something and gets knocked out for a little bit. And it lays down next to her in, like, a mirrored position. And then when she wakes up, it's like, it's just mimicking her. It's doing what she does. But then when she tries to, like, attack it, it kind of stops and attacks her back, and she gets knocked out again. And then it does the same thing. It's starting trying to mimic her. And she kind of just, like, puts one of them grenades that her husband burnt herself with in its hand and just like triggers it and then just slowly walks back a bit and then runs out the door, and that's all she does to kill it. And the thing is, when she's done that, it goes bloop and morphs and looks like her. That's like, and she burns it, and that's kind of it, and burns the lighthouse down.
What was the point of any of this? I don't. I simply do not understand.
Hello, Kermit.
Why
How
would
you
she
doing?
kill it? It doesn't sound like it's being
Podcast time.
nasty.
Hope you enjoy.
It's just sort of going, I can do that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then it's kind of it shows the lighthouse burning down and that, doesn't it? And then there's nothing more in there. It's just her sort of being interviewed more. And the only other bit that's important is she goes up to her husband that's not her husband, obviously.
When she gets back home.
Yeah. And I don't think she told them that he's not real.
No.
And then you see his eyes do a funny thing that sort of like, yeah, he is like an alien thing. And then she hugs him, and then her eyes do that as well. So it's like, oh, she was an alien, probably. Maybe, who knows? Maybe neither of them were aliens. And they just have some weird infection from the place. Who fucking knows? After all of that, who knows what happened? We watched the whole thing, and I don't know. So
I hate movies like that because it's just you sat through the entire thing. It's like I could have just as easily not watched that movie, and just because nothing happened. There was nothing there.
And it was all frustrating all the way through, but it was fun to sort of almost hate watch.
Yeah.
Like when we realised early on that it was just being stupid, it was quite funny.
We just did a bit of a commentary of what was bad.
It's
Kermit
just
the
like
Powerful Jedi is asking how our day's been. How's your day been, Judd? Quick overview.
fine. Went to work. Came back from work. Doing podcasts. Gonna play WoW later.
Ours has also been alright. We've been playing Wolf Among Us, and we got some sleeping pills because I can't sleep. There you go.
I want to play Wolf
Daily
Among Us.
update. Enjoy. So, also, Judd, do you remember... We were on about something last night. Do you remember when we were younger, and we used to stay up to try and have a wank to babe station at Dad's? And we used to watch Sexetra as well. Do you remember Sexetra?
I
that
do.
show?
I remember all of it.
It was a good show, and it was short documentaries about, like, sex things, weren't it?
Yeah.
And we were not old enough to be watching that show. We were like, you would have been about 11, maybe? And I'd have been about 13?
Yeah.
So that's what we were doing. But one night we'd stayed up to watch that, and they'd just not got it on for some reason, and they were showing this, like, Japanese movie, or, like, an Asian movie like that. Do you remember? And it was so weird, and I can't remember what happened in it at all. And it was so obscure, but we watched the full thing. And some of it was in Japanese, some of it was in English, a bit of it was animated, some of it was in black and white for some reason. It was... Do you remember?
It wasn't legendary, was it? Or
I don't think
that
so.
one where it's there's a bald guy or something.
No. I brought that DVD for us to watch, and that was definitely in that was just a Japanese martial arts film. It's brilliant. Yeah, we're talking about movies right now.
All right.
We're just talking
I
about
don't remember
the movie
this.
Annihilation.
I don't remember this strange Asian film that we watched
I don't
together.
know. I just wanted to see if you'd remember it, because I just can't remember what it is. I really want to try and find it.
I love to imagine we're both sat there fucking cocking hands ready to watch some babe station, and this Asian film comes on and we're thinking, oh fuck this, then we'll just get to bed, and then we go, no, we're gonna sit and watch them.
Well, it finished at like 4 a.m. We stayed up so long watching it because we were mesmerised. Honestly, I feel like we were hypnotised into watching it. It was crazy.
Awesome.
Right, we've not done a wiki how, and we need to do a wiki how. Are you ready, Judd? Do you want to know what this week's wiki how is going to be?
Go on.
Your microphone's got a bit quiet for some reason. Try and just be a bit close to it when you talk.
Go on.
Today's topic is, because Jasmine's been trying to play some games, but she's been struggling because she's not a gamer grill, okay?
Yes.
Literally, she tried to play Assassin's Creed earlier and had a paddy about it because she couldn't do it and literally started crying.
No, she didn't. She didn't actually start crying.
That's actually true.
I just didn't you when you play Apex.
Oh, you're both shit. Both of you are shit.
But yeah, so we did that. But we've been playing Wolf Among Us. I think we're getting somewhere finally. So we're gonna do how to be a gamer. This'll be a good one. Am I right, Judd? Oh my god, I've just seen the first bit of advice it gives us. Are you ready for step one, Judd? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Do it.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you a sec. The first step is play video games.
We got him.
To be a gamer. It's perfect. I get it. I like it. I think that's good. I think it's good.
We've got it.
So make sure you play some games. Great advice. Get the right materials. So that means make sure you buy some wood in, maybe a bit of plastic. You need a hammer or two.
Well, if I'm gonna be setting, if I'm gonna be doing some dry lining, then I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need some MF7, some MF6, some MF5. I'll need some core boards.
You've got a job and we're unemployed. All right then.
It's funny. It's funny. And you know why that is? It's because I support Tory and you support.
Oh my god.
I don't
You
actually.
are an elite gamer.
It's just a funny joke.
I like your little face. Nice.
What's the next step?
Next thing, Judd. We have to study video games and gaming culture. So get yourself down to the library. Make sure you bring all your tools and your materials. You're gonna need it. And study video games.
bring my full boards. I'm just carrying them to the fucking library.
Right. What's the next one?
Diversify the types of games you play.
So make sure you've got games that are about all the races and all the genders, just like Overwatch.
Diversity. I was just going to say, you beat me by like a second.
So we're taking our materials down to the library, studying all these games, and making sure we're looking at Overwatch mostly, because that's the diverse one.
Yeah, that's the diverse one.
Next one is get involved in the community, the show community. You have to get involved in the Donald Glover show community. Make sure you email the writers of it and ask for a job on the show.
I love how it's nobody else's show. It's Donald Glover's show. He wasn't even a main character. I mean, it was one of the main characters, but not like the main one.
Oh, and then
the show Donald Glover was.
Next is practice. So just practice something. It doesn't say what. Yeah. So just practice something. Maybe some keep your biz. Maybe just like handwriting. I don't know. Just something.
Jasmine.
Yes.
Jasmine.
Is this segment funny? I genuinely need to know this. Is this a good bit? Because I've never been sure.
I think that's why it feels so funny to us, because it's right on the brink.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Because did you see the one where his dad was on and he just fucking couldn't get it?
That was hilarious. I loved that. That. Right.
Funny, but yeah.
Next step. Develop a gaming persona. So you have to pretend to be someone. You have to play Persona and pretend to be someone else.
Persona's a proper gamer's game. I think. I've not played it because I'm not a proper gamer.
But just on a serious note. What sort of advice is that? Who develops a gaming persona when they're just sitting down playing Spider-Man on PS4?
What is that? Like, what?
Also, the image for this tip is a girl playing video games, and we all know those don't exist. So that's
it's not true. We haven't found one yet that sits there and plays video games.
They don't exist, and until someone can show me one, they won't exist.
Simply not true, is it?
You definitely don't count after having a baddie. Right, next step.
Actually, no, I disagree with that statement. She has played a game and she's got mad at the game and started crying. I think that's exactly.
You should have seen how mad she was. I was proud. Like, to start with, when you were getting mad, I was actually proud. I was like, you're actually turning into a real gamer.
And then by the end, you weren't proud.
No, you took it too far then. Next step, Joe. After that, the next thing they want us to do after that is consider going pro. Oh, I'm good enough now. I played a game for 10 minutes.
I went to the library, researched.
I'm basically pro. In fact, actually, it hasn't told us. It has told us to play games at the start once.
Everything else is just. This isn't. Hold on. This isn't how to be a gamer. This is how to make money off of thinking you're a gamer.
Yeah,
this is
pretty much.
I've already forgot a name. The one that all the Twitch staff gush over and will never ban.
Pokemon Alinity?
Yeah, that one. That one. The second one.
Yeah.
Alinity.
Next bit is competing tournaments. So like, I don't know, maybe a paintball tournament, chess, ping pong, something. One of those. Those are tournaments.
Yeah.
The Olympics. Go to the Olympics. Next bit is find a way to save money. Yeah, that'll make you be a gamer.
What is this fucking? Find ones like this every now and again where just it doesn't equate.
Yeah,
if you're gonna be if you're gonna be a real gamer, all right.
This
Take
is
me, for
advice from an
example.
actual gamer.
Take me for example. Look at me. I am a true gamer. I am in my nan's office. I've got a laptop set up. I play World of Warcraft exclusively. I've got little plastic fucking models on the side that I build and paint. Now you can substitute this for little fucking. You can use amiibos, or you can use the anime figures that I know you like to fucking shoot your gamer jizz all over, right?
Are you directing this at me or just people in general?
No, this is just people in general. I've got empty cans next to me. I've got a box of half-eaten pizza and chips. That's it. I'm living in a fucking shithole. I'm getting fatter every day. I can feel the cushions of my ass enveloping the seat more and more. I am. This is prime gamer. Look at me. Look in my fucking eyes. I am a gamer.
Look at me on this podcast. Look at me.
Pretend you're looking at my eyes. I am a gamer.
Next step, take breaks.
I wish I could take a break from fucking life.
Right, brilliant. Okay.
And that is being a gamer. Step 4. Want to die.
Okay, well, I think that's some good advice we've got on becoming a gamer. What I've just seen is the first question about this tutorial is, I am just about 14. Is it okay if I upload videos to YouTube? What? Okay.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't. Right, nice one. Okay, we found out how to become a gamer. Do you think that's good enough? A gamer, yeah. Do you think you've got enough advice there on becoming a gamer?
I think so. I think I know what to do.
Do you think you're going to manage now to play one Telltale game that's got next to no gameplay?
Yeah, I think I might do it.
I was gonna bring that up that you're saying, oh, we're getting it's a fucking Telltale game. You might as well be watching a Netflix show.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh well, it's fun anyway. Right, so that's a podcast, Judd. That's a podcast.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about that one? Are you happy with it? I'm stalling while I organise shit, honestly, gonna be honest.
It's they're alright, an alright podcast.
Alright, we had a girl, we've got some boobs on it, that might get some clicks, you know, that's how it works.
I was just say we've had a guest on, but I feel like did we need her?
Shit guest, isn't she really? She's just a bit shit in general, just like...
Sorry,
you know when Dad were on?
Me.
At least Dad like had some you know, he gave us some good content. This one sort of just stopped.
Sorry,
really
guys.
Shall we do a Jasmine-themed podcast next time where she has to organise all the content?
You know when we had Cal, how fucking good was the Cal episode?
Cal was a good guest. You've not been a very great guest, gonna be honest.
I'm sorry.
No, you've been fine, don't worry about it. It's jokes, it's all jokes, see? Look, it's all jokes. Right, well, that's it for this podcast. Make sure to check out all the links in the description. You can get the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube for the video version on the Games by the channel. Speaking of YouTube and Spotify, I've got an album coming out this Friday, the 19th. I don't know when this podcast is coming out. It's Friday the 19th.
Oh shit, is that the release date?
Yeah, Friday the 19th of June, hopefully at 5 PM, maybe 6 PM, if the publisher sorts their shit out. If not, the music video will go out anyway. So, that's that. Judd is in the music video as well.
So you know it's good.
So that's how you know it's good. It is actually quite good. So I think everyone go check that out. That'll be good. And next week, Judd, we've got a big old good topic that I'd brought for this podcast if we had time, but we've run out of time. So next week, it'll still be relevant.
The Israeli conflict.
Yeah, of course. How did you know? No, it's not that. You're an idiot. Shut up.
It's a wiki on how to solve the Israeli
shocked then, didn't you? I told you to shut up like that, and Jasmine's face dropped. She was like, "Can't believe you're talking to him like that."
I won't even listen.
No, next week I want to talk about the next generation of consoles because they've both been announced, haven't they? And we've seen a bunch of like games and stuff from them. So I think that'd be a pretty good one. So that's it. What's your final line, Judd, that's going to get us banned, just like always?
If I show my nipple right now, will that get us banned?
No, do it.
If you do it in a sexual context, it might.
Because what if I do it as a form of protest? I can't. I'm not going to make that joke. I was going to make a really bad joke.
God. Right, that's the end of the podcast. Judd's ruined it now. He's ruined everything. Goodbye, everyone. Hopefully you have a non-banned day. Okay, goodbye.